Hungry?
No,
Biscuit?
I'm not hungry.
I've got some olives.
Really?
Yeah, like one?
No thanks.
Why not?
I don't like them.
Don't like olives. What on earth do you have against olives?
I detest them.
Really?
It's the smell I hate.
Cheese? You've got a splendid knife. Look at it. Don't you think it's splendid?
Is it sharp?
Well, try it. Hold it. That won't cut you. Not if you handle it properly. Not if you grasp it firmly up to the hilt.
What's that?
What?
Thought it was thunder.
Why are you frightened of holding this knife?
I'm not frightened. I was just thinking of the thunder last week, when you and my wife were in Leeds.
Surely not again. I thought we put all that behind. You're not still worried about it, are you?
Oh, no. Just nostalgia, that's all.
The wound heals when you know the truth. I mean, when the truth is verified. And I thought we did that.
Of course.
So what is there left to think about? I mean, it's a thing regretted, never to be repeated. No past, no future. You're a chap who's been married for 2 years, aren't you? Happily?
Yes.
I mean, so what more do you want? You and your wife, there's a bond of iron between you and your wife that can't be corroded by a trivial thing like this. I mean, she's apologized. I've apologized. What else do you want?
Nothing.
Every woman is bound to have an outburst. Some wild sensuality.
This is fairly sharp.
What do you mean?
Come on.
I beg your pardon?
Come on, you got that one, I got this one.
What about it?
What? I get a bit tired of words sometimes, don't you? I mean, let's have a game, for fun.
What sort of game?
Let's have a mock duel.
I don't want a mock duel.
Of course you do. Come on, first one who's touched is a sissy.
Yeah, this is rather unsubtle, don't you think?
Not in the least. Come on, into first position.
I thought we were friends.
Well, of course we're friends. What in the world are you talking about? I mean, I'm not going to kill you. Come on, we're just having a game. It's just a game, all right? You're not windy, are you?
I think it's silly.
Well, I think you're a bit of a spoilsport.
Okay, putting my knife down anyways.
Well, I'll just pick it up.
Okay. Now you've got two.
And I've got another one in my hip pocket.
Uh-huh. What do? Swallow them?
Well, do you? Well, go on, swallow it. Well caught. Let's have a look. Ah, yes. Well, you cut your hand. You have a scar there. You never had a scar there before, did you?
What have you done? Nip your hand, let's have a look. That's only a little nip. You must have told him dozens of times. If someone throws a knife at you, the silliest thing you can do is catch it. You're likely to hurt yourself unless it's made out of rubber. Safest thing to do is to duck. You must be Mr. Hall.
That's right.
So glad to meet you. My name's Harry Kane. Bill been looking after you all right. I asked him to see that you stayed until I got back. Oh, so glad that you could spare the time. What we drinking? Whiskey? Let's fill you up. You and your wife run that little boutique down the road, don't you? Funny we've never met. We've been so close and all in the same trade. Here you go. You got a glass, Bill Weir. Is this yours? Stop rubbing your hand for goodness sake. It's only a cheese knife.
Right.
Well, Mr. Horn, all the very best. Here's to health, happiness, and prosperity in the time to come. Not forgetting your wife, of course. Healthy minds in healthy bodies. Cheers. By the way, I've just spoken with your wife. She's got a lovely little kitten. You should see it, Bill. It's all white. Scrumptious. Yes, we had a little chat, your wife and I. Listen, old chap, may I be quite blunt with you?
Of course.
Your wife she made the whole thing up. She made the whole damn thing up. Never happened. She and Bill never met. They never even spoke. This is what Bill says. This is what your wife now admits. They had nothing whatever to do with each other. They don't know each other. Women are very strange. Of course, you'd know more about that than I would. She's your wife. Of course, if I were you, I would go home and knock her over the head with a saucepan and tell her never to make up such stories again.
Isn't it strange that you confirmed the whole of her story?
It amused me to do so.
Oh?
You amused me. You wanted me to confirm. It just amused me to do so.
Bill's a slum boy. You see, he's got a slum sense of humor. That's why I never take him along with me to parties, because he's got a slum mind. Mind you, I've got nothing against a slum mind in its place, nothing at all. There's a certain kind of slum mind which is perfectly all right in a slum. But he's got a different kind of slum mind. It's like, well, there's something faintly putrid about him, especially when he gets out of the slum. Don't you find something faintly putrid about him, like a slug? And mind you, I've got nothing against slugs, but he's a slum slug. I've got nothing against slum slugs in their place, but this one won't keep its place. He crawls all over the walls of nice houses, spreading slum, don't you, boy? He confirms stupid, sordid little stories just to amuse himself, while everyone else has to run around in circles, get to the root of the matter, and sort things out. All he can do is sit and suck his bloody hand and decompose like the filthy little putrid slum slug that he is. Give another whiskey.
No. Thank you. I think I really must be off now.
Oh.
Well, I'm glad to hear that nothing did happen. It's a great relief to me.
Well, I'm sure it is.
My wife's not been very well lately, actually. Overwork.
Well, that's bad. Still, you know how it is in our business, eh?
Best thing to do is take on a long holiday, I think.
Right. Well, south of France.
The Isles of Greece.
Sun's essential, of course.
I know. Bermuda.
Oh, perfect.
Yes, well, thank you very much, Mr. Kane, for clearing things up. I don't think I'll mention it when I get home. You know, I'll just take her out for a drink or something. Just forget about the whole thing.
Well, you better hurry it along. It's nearly closing time.
I'm sorry I cut your hand. Still, you're very lucky that you caught it. Otherwise, you might have cut your mouth. Still, it's not too bad, is it? Look, I'm very sorry about the... I feel like I should apologize about the silly story that my wife made up. I mean, the fault really is all hers, and mine for believing her. Still, I don't blame you for taking it as you did. I mean, it must have been an impossible burden for you. What do you say we shake hands? As a testimony of my goodwill.
Come on, Billy. I think we've had enough of this stupidity, don't you?
I'll tell you the truth.
Oh, for God's sake, don't be ridiculous. Come on, Mr. Holmes. Back to your wife, old boy. Leave this, tyke to me. Come on, Jimmy. I think we've had enough of this stupidity, don't you?
We just sat in the lounge, on the sofa, for 2 hours. We never left the lounge.